The court assassination. The circumstances which necessitated this intervention are not unlike those of the assassination of King Alexander of Serbia and Draga, his queen. That happens 3,000 years later. It is claimed that King Alexander was willing to transfer the kingship to Draga's brother, which created a coup d'etat, a revolution caused by military conspirators. Could it be that Alexander ended the Ottoman Empire, who had traitors among his ranks? It is said that the British Empire ended slavery. No, that was the people. They always take credit where none is due. The British people put an end to slavery. The British royalty, so called, took in the nobility of the Ottoman Empire. They say they ended slavery, but it wasn't passed into law until 2013. And similar to Alexander, in giving up the crown, King Edward passed on the crown to marry an American divorcee. All in all, it is not an isolated incident, and appears to be ritualistic in nature. One could say a Passover rite, created to avoid the fight. Beware of the revolution. Baal means to twist or revolt. The court murder. The Kassite king of Babylonia had married the daughter of Ashur-uballit of Assyria, but the match did not meet with the approval of the Kassite faction at court, who murdered the bridegroom king. This atrocious act was met with swift vengeance at the hands of Ashur-uballit, the bride's father, a monarch of active and statesman-like quality, the author of a celebrated series of letters to Amenhotep IV of Egypt, unearthed at Tel El Amarna. He led a punitive army into Babylonia, hurled from the throne the pretender, placed there by the Kassite faction, and replaced him with legitimate royal stock. This king, Burna-Bur-Yash, reigned for over 20 years, and upon his death, the Assyrians, still normally the vassals of the Babylonian crown, declared themselves independent of it, independent from the crown. Like a deep state or shadow government, one could say a coup d'etat, but here it's not by the people, which is important. Not content with such a revolutionary measure, under Shalmaneser I in 1300 BC, they laid claim to the entirety of the Tigris-Euphrates region and extended their conquest even to the boundaries of Cappadocia. The Hittites and numerous other confederacies submitted to their yoke.
Nobody has to break anything.
Clearly you've never made an omelet.
You beat me by 1 second.
Shalmaneser's son, Tukulti-in-Erishti, took the city of Babylon, slew its king, Bitil-Yasu, and thus completely shattered the claim of the older state to supremacy. He had reigned in Babylonia for over 7 years when he was faced by a popular revolt, which seems to have been headed by his own son. Coup d'etat, Baal, to twist a revolution. Ashur-nazir-pal slew him and placed Hadad-nadin-Aki on the throne. This king conquered and killed the Assyrian monarch of his time, Bel-Kudur-Uzur, the last of the old Assyrian royal line, whose death necessitated the institution of a new dynasty, the fifth monarch of which was the famous Tiglath-Pileser I. During all of these revolutions, the Anunnaki are evolving through their reformation and re-application, and with each step their true nature becomes more and more obscure. They say there is no Ouroboros in the Sumerian culture. Alpha and Omega, to twist, revolt. I'd say their lord Baal is the Ouroboros, the dragon eating its own tail, a gatekeeper of beginnings and endings. I say beware of the popular revolt. It is revolting.